I don't think there's any tears left in my eyes. I'm just checking. Any tears? No. I was just checking my eyes from the reflection of my glasses, see if there's any tears in my eyes and like any leftovers left. Someone's gonna ask soon. What do you mean leftover tears? Why was there tears in your eyes? So the reason why there was tears in my eyes was due to because I sneezed and it felt like someone hit my chest and tears came out my eyes. That's what it was. Because sometimes when I sneeze, like sometimes it feels like it'll hit my chest or something hit my chest and tears would start coming out. So that's why I was wiping them. I was wiping my tears, that's why. So I bet my girl is gonna join soon and she's gonna be like, why? Why? What happened? Why were you in tears? But then if she's seeing this, she's probably gonna be like, oh, thank goodness you're okay. I bet she's gonna say something like that. I think. Unless she's watching. Hi if you are. It's fine. I'm alright. I'm alright. It's just um, when I sneeze, basically it feels like something hit my chest and like makes me tear up like instantly on impact. That makes sense. Gosh, I hate sneezing though, cause whenever it hits my chest, oh, not only it hurts, the tears start pouring out. It's such a nightmare. Not really a nightmare, just more like it's a nightmare when it hits my chest because it feels like either A, I got punched in the chest, that's what it feels like. Either A, I got punched in the chest, or B, it feels like someone like pinched me. Hello. That's what it feels like sometimes when like my chest hurts because I sneezed too much, like sneezed. It feels like I got punched in the chest. Thank you. Oh jeez, I almost burped. Feels like I got punched in the chest or pinched. Oh, I'm tired again. I just hope I don't sneeze again, cause that's the one thing I hate, sneezing, cause my chest will start hurting, and yeah, it's a nightmare when that happens. I'm waiting for my PlayStation controller to charge so I could hop on Fortnite. Although, I wouldn't mind watching a bit of YouTube if I could get back up. Moving half my blankets out the way. Oh, I feel like I'm in a foam pit or something. I feel like I'm in a ball pit. Gosh, you guys should have seen me one time. I was at one of my cousin's birthdays. It was like birthday place for kids. I was stuck in a ball pit. One of my cousins wanted me to go in there, and there were so many balls everywhere I couldn't even get out. I had to get my older brother or my older cousins to not like drag me out, but just to help me like find my way out. But they had to pull me out in the end, and I had to get one of them to get back in because when I was getting out, it was dragging my sock off my foot, and I was like, "Can someone go in and get my sock?" Accidentally disconnected by accident. My bad. But as I was saying, a little recap is that basically if I sneeze too loud, my chest will start hurting, and that's the most annoying thing because if I sneeze, not like loud, but if I sneeze a bit hard, if that makes sense, it feels like I'm getting punched in the chest or pinched. And back to that story is that I was at my cousin's birthdays. I forgot what it was. It was like some fun place with like that you would take like kids to go for birthdays. So anyways, one of my cousins wanted me to go into this bullpen, and I was like, nah, I don't know, because I don't think I'm gonna get out. I don't have claustrophobia, but sometimes I feel like when I'm in like close, sometimes I feel like I have it. Even though sometimes I feel like I have OCD. If you don't know what that is, search it up. And if you don't know what claustrophobia is, search it up. Anyway, went into the bull pit. He got out easily. I was trying to get out, but one, I was lost because I couldn't figure out how to get out, and two, I was stuck underneath. So luckily, my older brother and one of my older cousins saw me, so they quickly ran to get me out. They were guiding me where to go. I was still lost, so then they grabbed me, got me out, didn't drag me, just got me. And then I was like, can one of you guys be a gentleman and get in there, please? And they were like, what for? And I showed like one of my feet, and I was like, cause my sock fell off. And they were like, fine. And I got my sock back. It's because they were pulling me out. My sock might have got caught on some of the balls in the ball, and it just fell off. Which was funny though. I'm just looking at my channel on here. Never thought I'd still be doing YouTube 7 years later. Oh my gosh, I can hear myself. See? Look, here, I'll put it over here. Hello, myself. See? Look, here, I'll put it over here. Hello, myself. Oh my god, it's gonna do it again, isn't it? Why does this feel like it's gonna be that IShowSpeed live stream? Why does this feel like it's gonna... Me. It feels like the IShowSpeed live stream, if you don't know what I mean, is that mostly he would go to his stream, watch his own stream, and then like he'd get that other stream to do the same thing, and then he's like starting conversations with himself, like he's like, hi Speed, or what's up Speed, or whatever he is, and like it's make funny in a way. I would do that, but to be honest, I don't want to burst anyone's eardrum, so we won't do that. We won't do that. Tom Holland wants Spider-Man to have an R-rated movie or show. Oh, I still watch Hot Ones to this day. I love Hot Ones. Take Me Back to Chapter 3 by Ninja. What? Why? Why would you want to go back to Fortnite Chapter 3? What could I watch from Theme Park Crazy? Maybe top 20 worst roller coasters ever made. They got a coaster called Vortex. Top 10 worst Universals ever. I can tell they mean the Cat in the Hat one and the Minions. Fun fact, even though I've never been on them, I watched Theme Park Crazy doing like his like take on like the Cat in the Hat ride, and I gotta admit, he's right about one thing. Like back then it looked so weird and terrifying, but now it looks like nightmare fuel. And if you don't know, yes, there's a Cat in the Hat ride. Check out Theme Park Crazy and check out his video on that. The short version is he basically said that what Cat in the Hat looks like now in the ride, he looks like a serial killer with like a rubber mask on and hollowed out eyes. And then like thing 1 and thing 2, well, they look like something from a like an analog horror thing. And I said, oh geez, that gave me a bit of a fright. It notifies me whoever's hopped online. Thing 1 and 2 from the Cat in the Hat ride look like something that if you saw in the back rooms, you wouldn't tell if they're like ugly little gremlins or like if they're just friendly. Well, not friendly. But anyways, the Cat in the Hat ride, I feel like either A, they need to replace it with something else, or B, they need to fix the ride, because seen videos where people have ridden the Cat in the Hat ride. Then I gotta say, there was one guy or someone, they were like, when they were riding it, like the ride didn't really turn off, but like the music turned off. Then they got to see the Can of Ham thing on Fin 2 in the dark, that there was like a red light on. Or the guy turned to like one of his friends, or I think his girlfriend or something, and said, "Why does it feel like we're in a fucking horror movie?" And then like, I think one of his friends or girlfriend was like, "Oh my gosh, I feel like they're about to jump out at us and kill us." And I was like thinking like, bro, if one of them jump out at you, the one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw my phone across the room. Even though, hold up, let me turn my camera around. How am I gonna throw it across the room? How? How would I throw my phone across the room? Cause let's see, I've got my stuff over here, so that means if I threw my phone across the room, it's either gonna hit the wall, the TV, my movies, my toys, basketball, or any of my stuff. Here, hold on, let me show you. Ninja Turtles skateboard, lightsaber, Nerf guns. And this is something when I do in my free time. I do word searches. I know someone's gonna say, "Oh, you're boring for that." I don't care. I also do crosswords, and yep, that's my basketball. Had this thing for years. Pretty cool. I love my basketball. I play basketball, baseball, hockey on the ice. I don't know if I said football though. Good old American football. I'm a sporty person. And if that counts, I also play golf sometimes. And I'm not Happy Gilmore or anything. I'm no Tiger Woods or Happy Gilmore. And I'm no SpongeBob. What is that? What's with the beaver teeth?
This includes rides that have since gone defunct. So, as voted on by the viewers, here are the top 20 most craptastic coasters ever made. Number 20, the ZL42 model by
Italian manufacturer.
This coaster is also known informally as the Looping Zyklon, and there were actually quite a few installations of it over the years. Because of
What does it say in the description? Oh god, so that's all the other roller coaster names. Sorry, I'm going up because I'm trying to see what the names are. Green Lantern, First Flight, Flashback, Son of Beast, Pirates Hideaway, SLC, Flashback, I don't know if I said that, Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster, Windjammer Surf Races, Band Tornado, Coaster Express, All American Triple Loop, T3, Vortex, Ninja, and ZL42, or ZL42 to be exact. What did that Ghost of Christmas Past or Present ever said in the 2009 Christmas Carol? I see you have a scabbard but no sword. Indeed. Peace on earth. Goodwill toward men. I love that line. Hold up, I'm gonna turn the line off. I'll open the curtains. Oh jeez, it's bright. Oh gee. Oh. Ah. Ah. Christ. I felt like I walked into the gates of heaven. Halle Berry. That has a kick. No one gets that reference. You haven't seen Live. Oh, eyes. I felt like I walked into the gates of heaven. I hate getting ads. Cedar Point's roller coasters. I've never been to Cedar Point, but I heard Cedar Point is nice. My nail broke off. I don't know if you could see it. There, if you could sort of see it, it broke off a bit last night. What is that, boba? What's it? Yeah, would you like some chai? Oh, I love chai tea. What did you say? Chai means tea, bro. Would you ask for a coffee with room for cream? If no one gets that reference, you haven't seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Maybe you should get off the kid's ass. I'm sorry, what? 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 Let's go back to the past and take a look at the former and current coasters of Cedar Point. This video covers the overall history of the park's coaster lineup. Never been to Cedar Point, but I feel like I should. Oh, what's this? The Untold History of Disney's Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter. The most terrifying attraction made by Disney. What? Hold up, sorry guys, I'm gonna read this before I go. When you think of the Magic Kingdom, you probably don't think of bloodthirsty aliens, but for 8 years that's exactly what guests found. From its wild origins involving George Lucas, creator of Star Wars, to its terrifying biannual effects and chaotic closure, Disney's Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter remains one of the most infamous rides ever built. Join me as we uncover the full story behind the sci-fi horror experiment terrified a generation, Alien Encounter Disney World, featuring rare footage, imaginary insights, and the truth behind why it really closed. Share your memories of Alien Encounter in the comments below. Check out even more info about the attraction with WDW News past video events here. Tell the true story of Alien. I want to see if there's any stories about this. Oh yeah, there's one story before I go. I went on this in about 2003 and all I thought was, wow, this is truly a classic Disney attraction. New theme, new story, daring to be bold and scary. Now everything has to be tied to a Disney license. So instead they would go on this attraction, and my mom, who loves the Alien movies, same as me, made my dad, my little sister, and me ride it that very same year. Needless to say, sis and I were traumatized, and I warned mom. I warned mom that the brochure said the ride would be super scary, and that sissy and I wouldn't like it. But did she listen? No. Well, I bet she regretted her decision. What you think? Most people don't think seriously, bro. I know, but I'm just reading the comments, dude. I was reading the comments about it. Alright? I'm just reading comments. No need to be all sourpuss about it. I'm just reading comments. Calm down. Jeez. But to be honest, even though I love sci-fi and horror, I would go on this ride, but I wouldn't bring any of my little cousins on it. If they were like, can we go on this with you? I'd say, no, too scary, you can't go on this. I remember one time, it was Halloween, I was spending Halloween with some of my cousins, most of them are big, and after we went trick-or-treating, we got some Halloween candy, we got like a lot, and we were gonna watch a horror movie. I think it was like a zombie movie, I forgot which one, but one of his little brothers, one of my older cousins' little brothers, since I'm close with them, like real close with them, and the older ones as well, one of his little brothers was like, can I watch with you guys? I was like, oh no buddy, it's too scary for you, you might not like it, you might get nightmares. He said, oh okay, so later on we watch one? And I said, yep, we'll watch one later. And I loved it. I think it was like Army of the Dead, which I've seen before, or I think it was Shaun of the Dead. It was one of the Dead movies. Or maybe it was the George Romero Living Dead movies. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day and great night.